It's got bad for Karrahbooo, to a point to where I'm titling this video "She Lost All Her Fans" because it's true. And in my last video I was talking about how Lil Yachty was trying to bury her, and that ended up being true too. Now I'm not blowing smoke up my ass or anything, I'm just stating the obvious here. Karrahbooo needed Lil Yachty. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Lil Yachty said she was 900K in debt and that he wrote all her verses. He was setting up the foundation, then Karrahbooo sold like a motherfucker. And a way for an artist to make money is shows. And Karrahbooo recently had a show. And during her show, guess who she was throwing shots at since she's no longer part of Concrete? If you guessed Lil Yachty, thank God. That means you're not dumb.
Who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? What you say? Mom's scared for me to get a gun, cause she know I'ma use it.
Who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? You ain't write it. You ain't write it. You ain't write it. I mean, what's up with this dog shit music nowadays? I'm not even shitting on female music. There's females that make great music, like Glorilla. She got some hits, man. But this right here, this is dog shit. And I'ma just keep it $150. Like, mom's scared for me to get a gun cause she know I'ma use it. Listen.
Mom's scared for me to get a gun, cause she know I'ma use it.
Lil Yachty said you was busting tables.
You was watching tables. You was waiting.
You was busting tables. You wasn't busting guns. You ain't blaming guns. You ain't yapping nothing.
What y'all be doing if y'all wasn't rapping?
Probably a doctor.
Trapping.
Time out.
Realistically,
She
probably
said
like,
trapping. He said the doctor.
Doing crime.
So I'm going to show you guys the size of the crowd at that show, and I need you to promise me something. Please do not laugh, all right? This is not funny, but I've seen more people in a classroom. And I hate to see a female that was on top of the world making a bunch of money just, you know, crumble back down and maybe have to be a waitress again to pay off that 900K debt. But Yachty said that she deserved it, that she was kicking people while they were down. And in my eyes, he had to get the cancer out of the group. I've never seen so much excitement in one place before. It's overwhelming. It's almost like the people in the crowd were like, oh, we thought we were getting Yachty. We got Karrahbooo. This guy in the flamingo pool over here is definitely telling this guy in the blue shirt, what the fuck is this? I mean, I'll even have the original format of the video so you don't think I'm doing no camera magic here. Let's count real quick. It really shouldn't take that long. So from this video I got right here, I counted 12 heads. Now, you can correct me in the comment section down below. I know one of you nerds will. Just kidding. I love you nerds. So ticket sales aren't looking good for Karrah, as you could see, and she's on tour with V's right now. And I'm telling you, the people who are real rap fans aren't buying those tickets to see Karrahbooo. And I'm not trying to throw any shade, I'm just speaking facts. And literally the origin story of this beef, where it started, where it was being baked. I guess it hasn't came out the oven yet, the beef is still, you know, going on, but it started because Karrahbooo liked a tweet of someone saying that they met Karrahbooo at Red Lobster. They were talking it up. She asked Karrahbooo why she left. Karrahbooo said she didn't leave. She was bullied out, basically. And she liked the tweet. And then Yachty went on a slew of responses that I showed in my last video. But what if I said they're still going at it? Karrahbooo saying stuff and Lil Yachty still saying stuff. As I showed you, Karrahbooo's concert where she's like, who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? Who ain't write it? When it's very obvious that Lil Yachty wrote your verses, you know what I'm saying? He picked you up off the street to be a rapper. It's obvious he's gonna write your verses, you know what I mean? Never rapped before, you have no background. I think it was really a bad idea for Lil Yachty to form this group of quote-unquote artists that have never done art before. Now, I don't know about the other people, but I know for sure Karrahbooo was waiting people at tables. Hey, can I take your order? Yeah. You want a water, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, lemon? Yeah. She was one of them people. She was not making music. You know, part of me wants to feel bad in a way, man. It's like Yachty got her hopes up to be something big, this new big female artist. Now female artists in the scene are making a lot of money nowadays. She thought she was gonna be making millions, but turns out her own ego brought her down by talking reckless to Yachty's security and just being an L human being. On Instagram, Yachty would say, don't throw rocks and hide your hand, referring to Karrah liking the tweet of Concrete allegedly bullying her out. Then Karrah will reply and say, I never threw rocks, you have my number, you big grown bitch. Leave me alone, literally, at Lil Yachty. I never said nothing about shit, and I still ain't said nothing about what's really going on. I don't want no beef with you industry people, just move on with your life. Stop trying to bring me down when I stay out the way. I'm done talking, you got it. Your character gonna speak for itself. Now you gotta start using some commas, cause I'm running out of fucking breath. And she actually followed that up with, and you can actually see periods and commas here. I let her know that she should fix her punctuation so I could read it better. I'll never forget this feeling. This chapter of my life, I'll never be the same. I'll never forget who wasn't there for me. I done chomped people out, spent my last, slap folks for niggas. I ride every time naturally, but that's just how I am. Nobody owe me shit. To be honest, I'm just taking a mental note. I can't even look at most people the same way. To know the truth and watch a grown man with 12 million followers overly lie on my name and publicly bully me for literally no reason at all, while I silently been conquering all the shit niggas been throwing at me this whole time behind closed doors, I'll never ignore the signs again, and I will never stop no matter how much they hate me. Now Karrahbooo, that was a lot, but that was beautiful right there. That was a beautiful speech / poem you wrote right there. I almost teared up reading it. But look, if only you put that amount of effort and momentum into your music, you know, writing your own music, you know, instead of having Yachty write for you, you could have put that effort you put into that nice poem you put on your Instagram story into a song, and then there you go, you're an authentic artist and people care about you now. But instead you got 12 people top showing up to your show watching you, you know, rap or whatever you call it, what you're doing, you know, I guess I would call it, you know, taking other people's work, plagiarism. Yachty wrote all your verses like he said, and you're taking the verses he wrote, still performing them, and you expect fans to show up, but you got 12, 13 people at your show, and it's gonna stay that way because you're not an authentic artist. Usually people in the rap game or music game have to work their way up, you know, a long way up. You know, it's not easy. She was handed this directly, and usually when that happens to people, they fumble bad. Someone on Reddit would say, high key on her side, Yachty comes off as weird as hell in so many situations. Then someone replied to that and said, in other situations like the Mitch situation, yes, but in this situation, nah. Karrah literally liked the tweet saying that she was getting bullied and quoted that one tweet after Yachty simply said she's not in the group anymore. Wish the best and said nothing. And it also doesn't help that there's literally a video, a weird video from the Montreality video they did of all the members saying Karrah is the most toxic one and listing of nasty things she would say and do. And this was even before she was even kicked.
Wait to hear hers. Let's hear it. Abusive.
Please be honest too.
Physical. You get abusive with your niggas.
So I'm gonna be completely honest. If I had a toxic trait, it would be probably loving too hard.
And furthermore, Karrah literally promoted a Telegram scam on her story like a week ago, openly knowing it was a scam. We need CoffeeZilla to open that investigation up. But all respect to Karrah, but it does kind of seem like she's playing victim, hoping she gets sympathy simply because the internet don't like both at the moment. And that's exactly what she's doing, pulling out that famous old female victim card. And males use the victim card too, but it's more common in the female species. And I wouldn't say the internet doesn't like Bolt, you know what I'm saying? They just, you know, they have critiques of him. You know, he contradicts himself a lot. He's the biggest Drake dick sucker of all time. But in all, people really don't hate Yachty. They know what he's about. They know what his music's like. And they know he's a pioneer in this game. He really is. Surviving that SoundCloud era was not easy. So if you want my honest opinion, yeah, I think Karrahbooo is a bad person. You know what I'm saying? You could see it in the video. They said she's the most toxic one. She's abusive. And she's definitely playing that victim card right now as the cards are falling on top of her. She's taking one out and it says victim.